People aren't the only ones who have fears.
In this week's Pet Talk, how fear affects our dogs and what we can do to help them out.
Yes, sharing her recommendations, pet behavior specialist Cathy Guinane from the Nebraska Humane Society. Good to see you, Cathy.
Good morning.
Who'd you bring in today?
This is Allie. Allie's some sort of a multi-Shih Tzu something mix. She's about 14. She had a little lump removed and she's had some teeth removed, but she's got some spring in her step and likes to go walking. She's greeted everybody we've seen.
How old did you say she was?
14.
14.
A little dog like that, what's the life expectancy?
Oh, she can go at least, some of them go 17 years, depending on how well they're taken care of.
She needs someone to take care of her in her golden years.
There you go.
She's got a couple more years left.
Like I said, she's out moving. She's very curious about everything, and this is about the first time she's sat down since we started this
Who do you
this
think
morning.
would be a good fit for this dog? I mean, she doesn't have a whole lot of time left.
No.
So you're not
Cover
looking
her
at
ears, Cathy.
I know.
She doesn't know.
We're not looking at a 15-year commitment here.
No. She would be great in a home where it's a little calmer. Small kids or lots of comings and goings might be kind of hard for her. She's pretty tiny. She's got fur, but she's pretty petite under there that, too much movement. She can't move quite as quickly to get out of the way of things. But somebody who's willing to take her for some walks and let her curl up on the couch with them and have fun with her. She thought riding in the car was great. So, just fun little things, calm.
Other dogs or cats?
I didn't even look on her thing to know what she's lived with. But, she's little and we can always help people out with that.
And she's very chill.
She is. She says, this is good.
She's very seasoned.
She is. She knows how to be a dog.
She knows how to be a dog.
Yep.
That's a good point.
Which is fun.
We were talking about dogs and fear.
Yes.
Why are some dogs more fearful than others?
A lot of it depends on their circumstances, what they've been through. Dogs don't have abstract thinking, so they can't look at something and go, okay, it's going to get better. They can't see that way. They just know in the moment. So lots of times we need to show them it is going to be okay, and they need that support system. And building in a relationship is what does that, and that's what we work on.
So what can we do to help them ease those fears?
We set them up for things that are kind of scary, but we do it in a very soft way. If something falling over on a hard floor makes a big noise and scares them to death, we may put a big cushy blanket on something and have it fall over that way first and put lots of treats with it. Make it a very positive thing so that then when we do knock it over on a floor that's going to make more noise, they know that there are treats coming and they know how to move away.
Yeah, and it's the little things that you teach in your class. So you have this fearful dog class, right?
Yes, we do.
Who's it good for? I mean, obviously dogs who have some scaredy issues.
Yes, and owners who would just really want to learn how to do that differently and help them get through that to make life better for everybody. Because having a dog in your house that's fearful is very stressful for everybody because you never know what's going to spook them. But when we start figuring that out and watching for those signs, it helps a lot because lots of times with dogs, their first instinct is to bolt.
With fearful dogs, do you see it in small dogs versus large dogs, or do certain breeds have that characteristic more often than others?
Not necessarily. It's probably more little dogs, but little dogs, we have a tendency to keep picking them up, and so we don't let them see the world from their level. So it gets scarier that way. Or we pick them up and we let people rush in and pet them and all that kind of stuff without paying attention to the dogs going, don't do that. And those it makes a difference. A big dog, obviously, it's a bigger mouth. But just teaching them what they need to do instead is a wonderful thing.
How about those dogs that deal with, that have problems with situational fears? Maybe not a fearful dog, but in specific situations. For example, my father-in-law came over with an air compressor and was doing some work on our house.
That was scary.
The dog was so scared, ran into the closet and hid there for the whole hour.
Yes. And we can slowly get them used to that, like putting the air compressor down and getting some really good treats, not having it make a noise, and then teaching the dog that those treats come out when that happens, and then teach the dog to stay back when it actually makes a quick little noise.
If people are interested in the class, when does it start and how do they sign up?
April 12th from 12 to 1, and they may sign up either online or at customer service, or they may contact us in our training line and I'll mail them out stuff.
And just a 4-week session and you can
Just
make
4 weeks.
big progress in a month?
Big progress. Yep.
And real quick, just a quick reminder, the pet licensing deadline was March 15th. It was 2 days ago. What if you
late
missed
now.
What if you missed the deadline?
Did you miss the deadline?
No, I made it, but
I'm good, too.
I know somebody else in
Sure.
this building that missed it.
Yes, then you have to pay a late fee.
How much is that?
I think it's like
50 bucks?
I think it's like 50
35,
bucks.
50, something
Yes.
like that, yeah.
I
Okay.
try not to know that too well because I don't want it to pay it.
And if someone saw Allie today and she melted their heart just a little bit,
Yes.
what time do adoptions open today?
Noon, but come in early and fill out your application.
All right, well, she's a sweetheart and hopefully
She
she
is.
finds a
Dog.
sweet home.
Yes.
Thank you very much,
Thank
Kathy.
you.
And
Thanks,
thank
Kathy.
you,
Thank
Allie,
you.
as well.